Hey, real quick video, just wanted to put out that we do have the iGRID Scalper fully automated strategy that utilizes the iGRID Scalper version of the advanced iGRID indicator, where we have unique math options within the indicator. Some of the unique math is hard-coded into the indicator, and then additional final smoothing options or another type of math that we make available kind of over on top of the good stuff. And the key is our two-dimensional smoothing. So we do have the Scalper strategy now out to the group. After a long delay and many going back and forth on what I was or was not going to have in it, I put it into version 2, put it out to the group yesterday, and we're off and running. So a couple little things I got to clean up in it, not uncommon, and right away some great ideas as some additional features traders ask for that I'm like, sure. That's the idea. Put it out right away, get more what I call minds in the mix, looking at it, working with it, utilizing it, and wow, was that a wondrous short trade today or what? To hit right out of the open, and that was fantastic. That was a fantastic trade to hit and just brilliant follow through. So anyhow, what we do, one of the type of trades that we're targeting is what I call flip-to-flip trades that I've talked about before in videos. We're going from shifts in momentum, from upside momentum to downside momentum. We can capture that on a wide range of instruments and time frames. You do not have to only use my grid Renko that I kind of built to use with these tools. You can use time-based charts, Heikin-Ashi, tick, range bar, Ninja Renko, Unirenko, that Renko, this Renko. It's totally up to you. In other words, the iGRID Scalper system is not codependent on, oh, you have to use the grid Renko. I spent a lot of time in the build to make sure it could be used on other types of candlesticks. So, but as we're doing now, we're targeting, moves of momentum to grab at least, 50% or more of each one of the moves. Now that's a very generic and plain way to use the system in its most crude form. We do have within the strategy, and let me show you something here real quick. In the strategy itself, let me pull up the strategy settings. Let's go into strategies, and we'll go into the Scalper. And there's a range of options. We have time windows, per trade profit, max daily loss. The flip-to-flip trades have the ability to use break-even plus thresholds for moving your stop to break-even plus. We have trail stop mechanisms. We also have what's called entry option 1 trades, and we're about to have entry option 2 trades right away added in a version 2 update of the strategy. So I'm kind of putting stuff out, the core stuff out first, and then some really important stuff layered on top of the strategy and adding to the mix right away in a version 2 I'll put out. And it's really easy. You'll import it. It'll overwrite your existing file, restart your platform, and you're off. And I'll do that because I have a lot of really good ideas that are flowing in, and some of them I'd like to add. Now, matter of fact, another thing I'm going to already have in version 2, I like bigger buttons than we currently have in our existing strategies. So I want a on-off button for the strategy, a long-only mode, short-only mode like we already have in the iGRID Evo strategy. That will be added to the mix. And I want a flatten button so I can hit the button. So if it's running, and I see it rolling and I want to grab that profit, I can just hit the flatten button and boom, it grabs my profit and I'm done. So that way you can kind of watch it when you're in some of these moves. If it hasn't hit one of your settings where you set in, hey, I want to go for this amount of profit per trade, but let's say you're really close to your daily goal on 2 prior trades, and then you get in a third trade and then it shoots a little bit and you're well over daily goal. You can just watch it. You can just hit the flatten button and be done for the day. So I at least want that there so you can have it, but I want the buttons bigger than what we had before. So I wanted some work on the graphics. So there's going to be a lot of stuff added to the Scalper now that I have the basic framework out, with the ability where we can plug in additional stuff easily. So the strategy right now gives you lots of capabilities, lots of adjustability. You can run flip only trades or entry option 1 only trades. And you can adjust the settings. And we are going to be offering what's called the high resolution versus standard. That's for version 2. We just wanted to make sure all the mechanics of all the core stuff was working. So anyhow, it's out. And if you have any questions on this, we'll obviously we'll hold and run some of the deals we have in the past for the rest of the month, or at least coming into this weekend. If you want to get on board, you've been waiting in the wings, you can get on board and get involved. Now, entry option 1 trades are when we're getting deeper pullbacks. See these white candles? So we get a deeper pullback in an uptrend or a pretty high kickback in a downtrend, where we can go in and target those as quick scalps. Stuff like that. That would have been a lift, stop, break even plus, rollover, blips you out. Here's one, get in, takes a run. Here you get in, takes a run, break even plus. This one would have been a loser. That one would have been break even plus and a little bit, break even plus and a little bit on trail stopping. That would have been a pretty good trade. So, and this is just one time frame. There's a wide range of time frames that eventually the optimization data will show us is the best for entry option 1. We even have an entry option 2. I'm going to hold off and add that in version 3 of the Scalper, which should already be out. Version 2 I'm going to work on to get out right away, possibly over the weekend, with a whole bunch of new stuff added in. And then version 3 will go for coming into the end part of next week. Then that we should be really, really set, where maybe then I'm only doing one update, or I'm adding in new stuff that makes sense to add every 7 to 10 business days for a couple more revisions or updates. And then we should have it so feature packed that we have about everything in there over and above what we originally had or what's ever been mentioned to us as an idea. The other key thing that's being added, I have a new type of math that can be used for the final smoothing portion, not only for the Heikin-Ashi 1 that you don't see, but the step moving average. So right now we have 3 different versions of what I call final smoothing, not the core smoothing. I have a 4th one that's really, really good, and I noticed that was working on Heikin-Ashi number 1 that looks at price and then talks out that activity to the trend portion, but it wasn't doing its job in this one. So I had that kind of deactivated for now. I'll make sure that's working in version 2. So you'll have a 4th version of math, and I've already been sent a 5th version of math that kind of makes some sense. I'll evaluate it some more, and I could add that in too. So eventually we might end up having 7 to maybe 10 final math, and I only want to put stuff in that's very unique. So right now, if I go into the strategy, we have the ability in our indicator settings, meaning the indicator control side, where I can select the smoothing mode, and this is final, something final after it gets done going through my unique math and our multiple loop programming style. And we have that available within the tools. So that is going to be added. We have 3 versions for the Heikin-Ashi and the same 3 versions for the Step MA. In version 2, I'm going to try to get it to where we'll have 4 versions there and 4 versions here, and that will be fantastic. And then we're going to go back and put some of these new features too into the original strategy, with the bigger buttons, the high resolution, and kind of give that a full redo. And then we'll have 2 wondrous strategies, all modernized, all feature-packed, ready to go. All my tools work with Bloodhound, Blackbird, Markers Plus. We make the outputs available. And so, yeah, there's things are really going to start accelerating now, because we've got the core built. Adding on stuff and doing updates can be done rapidly. So just wanted to put out, we have the iGRID Scalper Strat out now to the group. So if you come on board, you get it we've already had the grid Renko, we've already had the indicator. Now we have the strategy. I have some additional standalone unique indicators on deck that are getting wrapped up. So there's going to be a lot of stuff like boom, 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 hitting out of the gates now that this got done and put out in a form where I have most of the stuff in I wanted, but I want to get some feedback, make sure the core stuff is working, and then we'll layer on rapidly here in the, over the next 7 to 10 days. Let's see, what else? What else was I going to say? Oh, I will show you a video later. You're going to want to check later. I'll probably put it up like late tonight. I'm kind of busy right now with some other stuff. I'm going to show you the short trade action from today. And wow, was that a wondrous sell-off. And I sure in heck hope many of you caught that. That was a nice one. First of all, that overnight rally was probably the fakest, most institutional pump con job rally I've seen in a long time, and I was licking my chops to get a short signal in that bad boy. And boy, they that was like a slow pitch right over the strike zone for a high home run hitter batter. We hit that baby right out of the park. Okay, guys, there you have it. iGRID Scalper Strat is out. It's going to be now rolling out in other platforms now that we have the item released NT8. So there's going to be a massive acceleration of new stuff, updated stuff hitting in the days ahead. It's going to get pretty fast and furious. So there you have it. Great talking to you all. And if you have any questions, we're at info@gridalgo.com. Just like our YouTube channel is GridAlgo. The website, GridAlgo. And the website's really aged. I have so much updates to do the GridAlgo website now that all this stuff is done. But info@grid, G-R-I-D, algo, A-L-G-O.com. And I've typed it up on enough videos so you can see it, but I'll just say it out. info@gridalgo.com. Hit me up if you want to take advantage of the special offer. The tools are released. More good stuff on deck. And our Discord room, love the group, love the direction of everything, and really appreciate all the feedback we're getting and all the additional good ideas, and even the pressure they put on me sometimes. Hey, Chris, hurry up. Let's get this. Let's get that. So it all works, and all to everybody's benefit. Have a fantastic day. Talk to you guys later.